What's happening? 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 YouTube. What's happening? Yo, I'm Kage YGO, and I'm back at it again with another deck profile. You know what I'm talking about? And so for the day, we gonna be discussing Fire King, Jurrac. I know. Everybody and their mama, probably even their roaches, playing this deck at this point. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the players that have been playing this deck uh, consistently, more so at high tier events. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them. Shout out to my Discord, Hidden Hood of Discord and Vibes, all the homies, all the bros. Quarter sorta de handia, my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Um, and shout out to this vendor. I'll probably put that information in my description box at the bottom for these sleeves. Man, I got a good price from my man off, I think it was what, eBay? For these sleeves. So, yeah, so definitely look into it if that's something that y'all would like to tap in with. So, I ain't gonna hold y'all. So, this list actually went X-1 here recently. I lost round one. Not to say that my opponent wasn't legit. Shout out to my boy Jim West, Michael Jim West. You know what I'm saying? Basically, it's just we was going into time, and I ain't want to be a custer and just you know get us both a double match loss. So I ended up conceding. Um, there was possibly a chance of winning, but I can't remember now because it's been so many days later. I think that I was pretty much out of resources. I mean, yeah, and all I needed was just to attack over and do like 1,000 or more damage, y'all. Um, so just know, you know what I'm saying. Once when you get real used to this deck and you can see how grindy it can be after turn 3, 4, and 5, it gets pretty crazy. So and in person Yu-Gi-Oh, it does take a lot of mental fortitude and focus, man, to really play those games. Shout out to them people that don't watch CSs and regionals, man. Them 8, 9, 10, 12, 15, 18 rounds. Yo, that takes a lot of mental power. And I'm just saying that from a local's perspective. Like, my head was booming, bro. So, enough yapping. I'm going to go over the main deck, the extra, and I may go over the side. The side is always subject to change, so and let me put this out there. What you see today will change, maybe if not today, but sometime before the day ends. So this is just what I played here recently. So just keep that in mind. It could be your standard list, but I think there's a couple of spicy things that I'm playing more so than everybody else, and you already know I'm a yap about it. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. First up, we got three Fire King Courier Organics. You know what I'm saying? The Monster Searcher. You have to play three of this. As long as it's at three, you play three. Still trying to get my lighting and stuff right. I play three Ponics because you have to play three. It is the Spell and Trap Searcher of the Fire King archetype. I'm taking my time a little bit. It's early in the morning. Three Kieran, well, new Kieran, as I may call it. Kieran is so good, man. The Dodger. I was playing the Fallen and the Virtuous or whatever. But my extra deck is very tight, y'all. So I can't really, at this point or at this moment, I can't really just um really play what I want to play. As far as experimenting. Maybe one day Konami might give us like another extra deck spot, maybe two. I think that'd be too crazy. I think that's asking for way too much, but I'm just saying that I think it'd be dope. But yeah, three new Kieran. Three new Garunix. Big Sacred, you heard? Gotta play 3. I was playing 2 at one point, but I've noticed that here recently, after playing the deck for a little over 3 or 4 weeks, probably like a month or some change now, I was playing 2, but your opponent, they're going to try to get rid of this card. They're going to try to banish it or do whatever it takes to get rid of this card out of rotation. So, I mean, maybe game 2 and 3, you can probably, if you seeing what they're doing, you could probably get away with, like, siding one out. But you should probably be playing 3 of this card. Yeah, you should probably be playing 3. I know. Is that Ring Bali? It is. This deck kind of puts me in the mind of like in-engine type negates. I was playing Sprite for a good while, even after the Elf hit, even after the Ronin Tonin hit, and so Ring Bali actually floats too, and it helps with chain blocking, especially with like Bell and stuff out in the format. So yeah, you kind of can't go wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's correct, but you know, for right now, it's just been working for me. And then the one Arvada, then the OG Garunix. You have to play the OG Garunix if you're playing Arcanics. Arvada, you could probably play 2 Arvada and stuff like that, but a spelling trap negate isn't bad, especially with like Draco Tail around, Yummy around. You know, paired up with Arvada, it's not a bad idea. You know what I'm saying? You could try, and then it's another name too. And then like I said, it does float, so it's not a bad thing. It doesn't have that floatability like Arvada does. But, you know, the special summon from hand with, like, chain blocking and stuff like that to get your Ponyx or your Sacred off, or your Kieran and stuff from the graveyard and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Ring Bali is not that bad, y'all. And just remember, it is a spell and trap negate. It can also get other engines going as well. But it is a spell and trap negate, guys. Remember that. This is a Fire King card. OG Kieran. But technically in this list, it's pretty much a Jurrac card. You know, we only use this for, I mean, technically, well, yeah, we really just use this for a Jurrac line. But there were games on DB, mainly on DB that I was using OG Kieran to kind of get myself into some engine plays and stuff like that for either crackback or just seeing the line in the midst of the game and stuff like that. So, if you're playing a Jurrac build, more than likely you're playing the OG Kieran, so it's pretty much a standard card at this point. Konami, you might as well go ahead and make this a super or an ultra rare, bro. You might as well. I play 2 Island. I think everybody, if you're playing the Jurrac list, are probably playing 2. I remember playing like Pure Fire King. I think we was playing like 1. But yeah, so I think probably in Fire King Jurrac, you're probably playing 2. I played 3 Sanctuary. This card is, I wouldn't say broken. I hear a lot of YouTubers saying broken a lot. This card is just good. I was talking to one of the homies at Locals. We just having like a good conversation about the deck or whatever. And I think that a good addition to the Fire King archetype is a Fire King monster that when it's destroyed by battle card effect, you can actually set a Fire King spell or trap from the deck. A lot of archetypes have that type of effect, bro. And I wouldn't say place, because, nah, I think I'd say set more so. But I think that'd be pretty dope. It'll kind of, like, give you a better chance of having follow-up going into your turn. Or whatever, especially if you're playing your opponent's turn. If you're not, you know, board wiping or whatever after you set or whatever. So you kind of have to, you know, make sure you're doing it correctly. But I think that'd be pretty dope. A Fire King monster that, when it's destroyed by battle card effect, you can actually set a Fire King spell or trap. I think that'd be dope. I wouldn't say that would be, you know, make the archetype broken, but it just gives you something more to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? So that's just, you know, just wishful thinking. And for the last but not least of the Fire King archetype in this deck, I'm playing 2 Skyburn. I think 2 Skyburn is correct because this deck grinds, boys. It's unfortunate that we cannot use the destruction effect of Skyburn and also the protect effect, which would be pretty good, but it is what it is. Maybe they could give us like another type of Skyburn, another type of protection or something like that. I doubt it. But if Skyburn could use bubble effects, I think it'd be we're really good, really good. Like I said, I was playing the Fall in the Virtuous. Um, but because you have a way of just searching this card out on its own, it's pretty good. Versus just wishful thinking of searching out Fallen and the Virtuous. So that's just me though. That's it for the Fire Kings, and then we have the one miss. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was watching a YouTuber earlier, and they were like, "Miss should come back to two." No, it should not, my brother. And I am playing. No, absolutely not. No. I mean, but if it does, it does. But I mean, no, because the person is pretty good with the deck. It's the Bear 91. Shout out to that nigga, cause you know what I'm saying. I'm black. Look at my hand. I'm black, so don't think I'm a white man. But I can legally say nigga. But yeah, so Miss could probably just stay at one. We play it because it gets us to the Jurrac cards. 3 Jurrac Megalo because this is your engine into board wiping your opponent. You should be playing 3. You should definitely be playing 3 this card. Like I said, if Miss was to come back to 2 or 3, it would add more consistency to the deck for sure. But just being able to like floodgate your opponent out is just like, alright, bro. Alright. And also, hopefully nobody takes offense to what I said. I ain't mean no harm. You know what I'm saying? I just want to clarify that I am black. I seen a comment on one of the Bears videos and they did not know I was a black person. So, yeah, just know I'm black. So, let's get into the hand traps. We got the 3 Ash Blossom as standard. This is a combo deck, so you would like to Ash the Fuwaloses. You will want to Ash. I mean, you don't have to go into the extra deck. There are definitely lines where your opponent can probably fool you, and you'll probably maybe give them maybe 2 draws. But there's a lot of times you really don't give them 1, like respectfully. But it just depends on your hand. I played the 3 for Wallows. It's standard at this point. Every list is probably playing for Wallows at a certain point. So now this is the next hand trap, guys. Listen, this is a rogue deck. I understand that it's playing at high tier events and stuff like that, but at its bare minimum, at its bare core, this is a rogue deck, and this deck bricks to itself all the time, guys. So with that being said, let me show you what I'm playing to help, in theory, get me in situations where I can see engine. I need to see engine. Yes, boys. I played 3 Peruli in the main. Listen, shout out to my boy Barbados Swan from the Discord. Once when I acquired my playset, I played my playset, and so with this deck, it's been a tremendous help. Going Perulia, and like standby, and they just like, oh, okay, because they're not knowing what you're playing. And then let's just say you finally draw into the dynamic duo of New Kirin and Jurrac Megalo, and then you allow them to do what they're going to do, and then you blow their board up at the end of main. They never. I've seen it. It's happened so many times where they were not expecting Peruli to be in the main. I know that it's not a standard thing, but in a deck like this, it has its resources and stuff like that. It can cripple. It can cripple a matchup really quick, boys. Like really quick, especially if your hand is custom and stuff like that. So I know that Peruli is not quote unquote main deck worthy, but in a deck like this, you're not. It's not a bad idea to try Peruli in the main. It's not a bad idea, especially you go Perulia, then you draw into a Fua, and they don't know what's going on yet. And then they be like, you're in the main, you be like still at the end of main, you go New Kirin Pop Megalo, and then you go, what you'll do, just in case, you'll go Chainlink 1 Sacred Garunix, and then you go Chainlink 2 Megalo. They're cooked. They're cooked. They're cooked because, since Bella's in the format, you want to be careful. And definitely with like impulse and stuff like that, you want to be careful. They ask you, okay, they ask you. But you're getting sacred. So, they got to pick one. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about how you chain block. So that's just me. I played through Peruli in the main, guys. These are hand traps, boys. Yeah, these are absolute hand traps. 1 call block because it's at 1, and then 1 talents because it's at 1. And then also for another consistency card, or a card that can get you into like, if you brick get you into Perulia for Walos or whatever, or your Kieran or whatever. Like you can't play on your turn. Another consistency card is Prosperity. You know what I'm saying? These are probably the duo of this deck, the one of core. And last but not least, guys, listen. If you've been watching my videos, you already know what this card is. You know how I feel about this card. Me and this card, man, this is probably my favorite card of all time. It has super exceeded my love that I have for the alternate Argenzo, the one that like is doing the Wakanda Forever sign, and that is not one, not two, but three Dominance Impulse. Listen. If you, I'm gonna keep saying it in every video. If you do have this card, you already know. If you don't have this card, try to get this card. Please try to, so you will understand what you are. This will take the power of your deck up tremendously. You understand? This card is good. I think it should never ever be touched by Konami. This card is love, man. This card is a good card. I love this card. I keep it on me. Nigga. So that's the main deck. I believe it's 42 cards. You can just go back and probably look at it. I think it's probably 42. So let's get into the extra deck. You need time, Mike? We got the nib token. You got to keep the rock on you. You know what I'm saying? You got to shine that sun. Nah, I'm just playing. Keep the nib on you. So I played the one Typhon. I got a lot of love for Typhon. And I'm going to keep playing it. I think Typhon is just a good card. You know, when all else you just Typhon, you know? And we're playing in a heavy combo format. You know, your opponent's always going to go in the extra deck more than twice, majority of the time. If they're not on the Perula, they're not on the Fualos especially, you know, they're always going to go through it. So, you know, this is your last resort. You can get a name or some type of thing. And this card can probably break a board too. So, you know, you just never know. So, you know, Typhon is a good card. I play 2 Eternity. Now, hear me out. I'm not saying this is correct, guys. I'm just saying from how I've been playing. I was playing 1 Eternity 2. I was on that train or whatever, or that wave. Pause. On that wave for sure. But the second one will come up. It will come up. It's came up for me more than once in a lot of crucial moments. So, and you know, I'm gonna keep showing my extra deck and stuff like that. But I think that playing the second Eternity is correct. But you know, if a person is playing 1 and it's working for them, then you know, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, but I'm gonna play 2. Right now, I'm playing 2. I'm sticking with 2. It just feels correct. It feels right. So I'm gonna stick with 2. Here's the goo. Here's the goo. The goo. Oh my goodness. So many people were caught off. Like they were just shocked when I summoned this card out, because this is a combo deck and it can play into Nibiru. So I'm assuming that you guys should know. Shout out to the reprint. You know what I'm saying? Y'all people that's out there that's rich and got super good money and stuff like that. Hey, cool. Shout out to the reprint. You know what I'm saying? Number 90, boys. Listen. Because people have seen the deck profiles and stuff like that, so they're automatically assuming that you're playing 1 Eternity. They're just like, well, and then, you know, even for the people that's playing Super Poly, look, let me tell y'all something. Y'all Super Poly users. If you're going to use Super Poly, please beat people. Like, don't just use it, that be it, and then you pass. That's garbage. That's not a skillful move, cuz. And I'm saying that because I've used Super Poly before, so I'm talking about because, you know, I've done it. But don't just do that and then there's nothing else. Kill your opponent, bro. It doesn't make you good because, oh, what are those? Like, nigga, bro, kill the opponent if you're going to kill them, or legit just limit their resources. Then when they pass, then you kill them. But ultimately, you need to win. Win. If you're Super Poly, win. But this extra deck is really, really tight. I play 90. And it's, oh man, it's they be like, man, I wasn't expecting. I thought you was gonna summon another Eternity and trigger. No. So and then after you summon 90, and then you can pretty much go into like your place, and then like you're insulated from nib. And then you can actually probably kill. So yeah. I play 90, man. I play 90. 2 Asterio. And then 2 Meteor. Listen, you need to be playing doubles. You need to be playing doubles. I look. I'm not saying that people are wrong for whatever their preference are, but you need to be playing two. You need to be playing two Asteria, two Meteor, because they come up. It's never. I have yet to see myself playing just the one Asteria, then the one Meteor. Then I got like four. No. You wanna wipe a board as many names as possible. So yeah, you need. I will recommend playing. If you can fit three, play three, dog. But at the bare minimum, you should be playing two. The staples, the one anima, the one dark. I remember I had cut dark for a little minute, but I've needed dark too many times, so I put it back in. The one SP, the one sunlight, the one Hida, the one princess, and then the one raging. I cut Zelantis, boys. I cut Zelantis to play 90. Zelantis is a win more card. It doesn't make it wrong or right if you do or you don't play Zelantis. It's a win more card. You're playing a fire deck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Zelantis can allow your princess to trigger to probably like, but it's still just win more. It's just win more. I've never been in a situation here recently where I was like, dang man, I miss Zelantis. It's cool. It could probably help get rid of certain things, but it's not really necessary. You got a board wipe in the deck. You have a non-target destruction. You have Skyburn. What else you got? You have the Omnis and Rangbali and Arvada. Yeah, like, so I think you'll be fine, man. I personally think you'll be fine. You got Eternity to destroy monsters and stuff like that. I think you'll be fine. I think you'll be fine. But, it's all about how y'all want to play it. So let's get into this side deck, man. This side deck has been like this for a little while. I'm pretty straightforward with my side decks. I try not to overcomplicate. So yeah, let's get into it. I played 3 Lancia. Listen, even before Malice started creeping back in the format, y'all seen my recent videos and stuff like that with Solomon Gravel Rescue Ace. And I'm used to having more than one background and stuff like that. As you notice, I'm not playing Burning Blade. I haven't really felt the need to play Burning Blade. I could probably test it out and see what happened. But because I used to get my board just obliterated by evenly matched, I just felt the need to keep this in my side deck and keep it on me. And it's all like, and even in the matchups that it doesn't work, it's just the fact that you have this in there. You know what I'm saying? You have these in here. So I played 3 Lancia. I played the 3 Drolls. Droll is standard now. Some people are playing it in the main, and some are not. I played in the side. 3 Ghost Bell, standard. Don't really have to explain too much. Y'all know what Ghost Bell do. Especially like paired with like the with the Mocharmies, and then depending on what your side patterns are, I'm not gonna go over side patterns unless y'all want me to. And like the next video will determine like how you want to interchange or certain things, but it should be pretty clear how my siding should, how y'all think my side is. Yep. 3 different dimension ground, boys. Until I get my 3 copies of Retaliant C from TCG Player. But I have just been loving this card. I've been loving this card. Because even if your dudes get banished, it's still all about the destruction. So, it's not what you want, but it's better than nothing because this kind of hurts people more than it should hurt you. So we're going to play 3 of the different dimension ground. No need to play Thrush to search the one. No, just be straightforward and play 3. Just play 3. And then last but not least, as I mentioned in my first 3 side cards, let me tell y'all something. All these full combo boards, and then they just, they pass, and you're like, oh, okay. Draw face, standby main. Yeah, you good. End of main. Thinking of end of main. You ain't got nothing for it, cuh. You ain't got nothing for the evenly that's finna take place. We finna be evenly matched. So yeah, I played 3 of those. This deck profile probably wasn't even that. I don't know. Just kind of feel like it, straightforward. So, but yeah. So this is what I've been playing. Like I said, I did go X-1. I had a good time at locals or whatever. Shout out to Easy Gaming. Shout out to the boys that are in the Easy Gaming locals arena. And, just shout out to everybody that watches the videos. And, anybody that has any other comments, questions, or concerns, what I'm saying, always hit me up. And if anybody ever wants to get on DB, join the Discord, just write a comment. But at the end of the day, just like the video. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? It goes a long way. Share it with your homies and stuff like that. It's nothing too spectacular with this list. There's probably still gonna be people that's like, man, why are you putting this in the 30s? Now, come on, listen, man. Look, hey, just play what you want. You know what I'm saying? Just play what you want. If it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't, then switch it up. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna do you no harm. You know, testing out another theory. People net deck every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the net decking type. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, appreciate y'all and y'all be safe.